I promise to keep it short. Mr. Speaker, I rise in enthusiastic support of AB454. As you all know, I represent Green Bay. According to U.S. News & World Report, we're the #1 place to live in the country. One of the reasons why we are is that we make it incredibly affordable to live in our community. We are a place that has one of the highest home ownership rates in the country, in the state. We also believe in hard work. We're a blue-collar community where your hard work should determine your circumstances, not a broken system. But for too many families across Wisconsin, regardless of how hard they work, homeownership is becoming further and further away. For the first time in modern history, the expected age to become a homeowner is 40, if at all. I understand how frightening that feels, because before I ever stood in this chamber, I was one of those homeless kids. I was raised by a teenage single mother. We lived in our car. We stayed in shelters, slept on couches. We often stayed wherever we could find safety for the night. Housing wasn't an abstract. It wasn't a policy. It was survival. And what made it harder wasn't the lack of effort. My mother worked constantly, often more than one job, more hours than anyone should. The barrier wasn't work ethic. It was access. Our housing system too often rewards those that already have a lot instead of those that work a lot. What changed our lives was a program called Habitat for Humanity, which this bill is based off of. What struck me most and how it changed our lives wasn't that we got to build the house that my mom currently still lives in, but that perfect strangers actually helped us build the home. We didn't ask them who they worshiped, what language they spoke, where they came from, or who they voted for. We asked them if they would make a difference. And that's the spirit of this bill. They wanted to get something done. And so I'm incredibly proud to be part of the group of people that brought this together. What's amazing about homeownership that I don't have to tell this office or this group is that it gave us a stable foundation. People don't understand what it means to have a stable home and how it can change you personally. It was this foundation that gave me the room to breathe, to become the first person in my family to go to college, the person that helped my mother form a union, the ability for me to become a homeowner, to marry the son of dairy farmers, and stand before you in this building as a state representative. This bill is not about lowering standards. It's about removing unnecessary barriers. For those that don't know, this bill creates a 0% interest gap financing and structured as a second mortgage. That's very nerdy language to basically say that we create opportunities for people up to 100% of the median income to become homeowners in a new building or something that's rehabilitated. That is beautiful. That is powerful. The housing crisis does not respect geographic boundaries or party lines, and neither does this bill. I'm proud this bill reflects an incredible bipartisan coalition of urban and rural members, Republicans and Democrats. I'm deeply grateful to the author, the gentlelady from the 21st, the gentleman from the 24th, and an always good friend, the gentleman from the 88th. I often say that love at its best is an action. Once perfect strangers turned their care into an action that changed my life. Today, we have the opportunity to do that same things for families across Wisconsin. Mr. Speaker, this bill is more than about mortgages. It's about whether we believe in stability for working families. It's whether we believe in the dignity that should be backed by opportunity. It's about whether we are willing to build strong enough to last beyond us. This bill does exactly that. I urge you and my colleagues to join me in voting yes. The vote is green, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.